think you need 1 gram per pound of body weight to build muscle? Wrong. Here's the number that actually works. Everyone always states studies that say, 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight, or 1 gram per pound of body weight. But imagine that a 300-pound man or a 150 kilogram man followed that. A 150 kilogram man follows that advice, and he's trying to squeeze in 300 grams of protein a day. 300 grams of protein a day. That is so over the top and overkill. Imagine if some 45 kilogram, some 110 pound guy followed that. 110 grams of protein. Don't you think you should be eating a bit more? This just doesn't work for quite a big group of people. Quite a lot of the people who are first starting out in the gym that are going to be just following, the advice everyone's giving are going to be either really skinny or really fat. So if we're constantly feeding this to them, 1 gram per pound of body weight, no. That doesn't work for everyone. The real number is closer to 100 grams to 120, 30. I built a substantial amount of muscle in the first year of my training, and I did not eat anywhere close to that amount. And I know everyone will say, oh yeah, but newbie gains. Yeah, newbie gains. But the people who are going to be following this protein advice are going to be newbies. You're not going to see someone 7 years down into training, oh, I wonder how much protein I should eat. No, it'll already be in their plan and in their diet. I did not eat anywhere close to what I should have been. I was probably eating between 60 and 100. And I weighed about 80 kilograms at that time, so I should have been eating about 170 grams of protein, maybe 180. Do you think that would have done me any good? No, it was just excess calories that I didn't need. What you should be having, 3 to 4 protein shakes a day. They're only supplementary. Obviously, this is to go along with a healthy diet. I'm not a nutritionalist, whatever. But 3 to 4 protein shakes a day. Let's say each of them has 20 grams of protein. Brilliant, that's 80 grams of protein already in, alongside your healthy other meals. That should be around 100 to 130 grams of protein. You want to have your protein shakes 30 minutes before and 30 minutes after a workout. That's 2 of them. And then the other 2 scattered throughout the day whenever. I actually completely advise someone to have a casein protein shake before bed. Everyone always says, oh yeah, don't eat before bed, don't eat before bed. Casein is a slow-acting protein. It lasts, I think it has double the half-life of whey, so it stays in your system for double the amount of time. So when you're going to sleep through the night, obviously your muscles recover through the night. So if you're giving your body protein throughout the night, it'll recover a lot better, a lot faster, and a lot bigger. You want to build your meals around the protein source, not the carb source. A lot of people are just building their meals around, the pasta or the bread, the wraps, enchiladas, let's say. A pasta dish, spaghetti bolognese. You build it around the carbs. You want to refocus that. You can have carbs in your meals, sure, whatever. I don't completely agree with carbs. I'm trying to, I cut them out on my diet as much as I can. But you want to take the focus away from the carbs and more on the protein side. Especially if you're trying to consume more. Because the more you think about how much protein you're going to be having, the more you're going to be putting it in. You also want to be tracking your protein for a couple of weeks if you're going to be trying to refocus from carbs to protein. And, even if you're just not, still be tracking your protein. Don't worry about tracking all your calories and all that. As long as you're eating clean, you'll be perfectly fine and you'll be losing weight. But track your protein, and eventually you will learn how much protein is in things. Like, I just know off the top of my head, a large egg can have between 6 and 7 grams of protein. Depends where you get it. Why do I know that? Random as hell. A can of tuna has about 20 grams of protein in it. You just learn these things as you put them through every single day. And you'll also be able to see how much protein you're having now, because people vastly overestimate the amount of protein they're having. I remember before I started tracking mine, I was eating so little protein, like genuinely 20, 30 grams a day. It's awful. Your bodies need about 80 just to maintain muscle mass. And another benefit of tracking your protein through the app, like MyFitnessPal or whatever, is you don't need to autistically obsess about adding up all of your protein, how much protein you've had after a while of doing it, because you just know, I had 3 eggs, so that'll be about 21 grams of protein, plus 4 protein shakes, that's about 100. So with my last meal of the day, I should probably have some mincemeat or something. You don't need to autistically be like, okay, I've had 3 eggs and they weighed about 15 grams each. You don't need to be doing that. It's a waste of your brain points, and it's a waste of energy. Honestly, people overcomplicate diets so much. Diet should be simple. And I've actually just made a video on how to keep diet simple. That'll be the link on the end screen. Go click subscribe. Have a hard day and a great week. Mwah.